Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This video is gonna be a part two to my Destiny video because what I wasn't aware of is that they vaulted a bunch of content. So this is kind of just going over what I went over before the way to play, but kind of just gonna be talking about the stuff that we can no longer play. Because if you're like me, you were unaware that you can no longer play certain campaigns or just content that's been taken away. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So, obviously, as everyone knows, the Red War campaign has been taken away, which means we no longer get to beat Bull in the, epic fight at the end, which luckily I played Destiny 2 when it first came out, so I got to enjoy most of these. Like I said, I kind of stopped playing after I beat Forsaken, so I did miss some like minor content with Shadowkeep, but other than that, I pretty much got to play everything before that. But anyways, we also lost IO because I was talking to my friends and they told me that they vaulted a bunch of content, and when I looked it up, they like vaulted IO Titan. Just I don't know, it just felt unnecessary, you know? That was pretty all right content that they took away. Obviously, since they took away Io and Titan, we no longer have the NPCs that came with them. And then the first big thing that I found out was that they also took away Curse of Osiris, which is crazy to me because that's something people paid for. How are you gonna take that away? And if it doesn't get any worse, we also lost Warmind and Mercury. Like we lost the campaign to these, which I think is crazy because unless you played it when it first came out or when they were still available, you just never get to experience the campaigns. I don't know. It feels bad, especially since like I said, I paid for them. Feel like I should have access to them. The big one, because I remember when Forsaken came out, it was like a game changer. You know, Cade died, and we can't play the campaign for Forsaken anymore. All you got like one mission, which is like a little like little teaser of what we had before. And also, obviously, with the Forsaken came the Tangled Shore has also been vaulted, and a few strikes, which I was surprised about. I didn't think they would take strikes away, but it makes sense since they took away whole planets. Makes sense that they took away the strikes that came with those planets. We also we also did lose a lot of loot, mainly campaign and just quests related to Curse of Osiris and Warmind. Forsaken 2. I really, I really do hate that they took away Forsaken loot because that stuff looked pretty dang cool. We've also lost a lot of Crucible maps. Obviously, same thing. The maps that came with those planets that we lost, Io, Titan, Mercury, the Tangled Shore. All those have basically been eliminated. And I was not aware that they eliminated raids as well. Like the Leviathan raid is just gone. Which I got a funny story. Me and my friend played the Leviathan raid with some randoms, and he is really bad at the game. I'm not gonna lie to you. To this day, this man cannot play the game for the life of him. He just plays to have fun. He doesn't do any of that like mid-maxing, you know. He just gets a gun and shoots. It's fun to play with him. But man, we were trying to beat the raid and he just kept failing the parts where you have to like shoot the dogs or something. It's been so long, but yeah, he kept failing over and over again. So at some point they were like, "All right, we got to kick this guy." So they kicked a random dude from the party and then kicked him from the game, thinking it was my friend. And I guess that was his wake up call to lock in because after that we passed it, we did it, and I guess they just assumed the wrong guy was him, and I got some bad loot from it. It wasn't even worth it. I spent like 7 hours on it, and it was not worth it. And then we also lost this really cool quest called the Whisper of the Worm. I I really wanted to play it, but I wanted I wanted my friend to play it with me, and so at school I told him like, "Hey, we're doing this when we get home." And I waited for him to get on for hours. And I guess he did the same thing for me. We both just waited for each other to text us, and we never did. And it was like at the time it was one of the last days to do it, and we didn't get to do it. It was really unfortunate, but you know what? It is what it is. I just wish I would have gotten to play it because now it's vaulted, so we can no longer play it. But anyways, like I said, I just wanted to go over everything we've basically lost. That's basically it. I'll see you guys later.